Let's say China.
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 China. China.
There are no maneuvers, and you can actually see Russia from land here in Alaska.
You go over to China.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Trump tweeting out insults to Angela Merkel. What's he doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host.
Yes. Hello, and welcome. I am James Andrews, and you are listening to So This Happened, the only news you need if you fiddled with little girls and now think you're qualified to be a politician. It's Tuesday, the 28th of November, 2017, and I want to jump right in today with the royal wedding. Harry and Meghan, they are set to marry at Windsor Castle in May, when shortly thereafter she will become a UK citizen, but she will not be a princess. I know, everybody's very upset about this. Well, why isn't she a princess? She's marrying a prince. Doesn't that make her a princess? Well, no, because it's actually quite complicated. So sit back for just a moment and Mr. Andrews will enlighten you on why it is difficult to become a princess. And the brutal answer to why she will not be Princess Meghan is that she contains no royal blood. Now, this is a fairly old and arcane rule within the British monarchy, which says that if you do not have royal blood, you cannot be referred to as a princess. Now, I know something like this in Alabama would probably go down great. Wait a second, man. You mean I gotta marry my cousin? I have to? It's like the law? Yes. Apparently that is the way the royals work. Unless you are in that lineage where your blood is royal, you cannot be called a princess. Now, some people are saying, well, what about Princess Kate? Well, what about Princess Kate? Technically, she's not Princess Kate. She married William, who is the heir to the throne, so she automatically became Her Royal Highness. But officially, she is not princess. So Meghan, unfortunately, because you are not directly related to Harry, you can't be a princess. And it's actually quite a bit more complicated than that. But the fast and dirty answer is she has no royal blood, therefore she cannot be Princess Meghan. I don't know if she goes by Meg. She may go by Meg, I don't know. But Princess Meg, not going to happen. And I apologise there for alluding to the fact that people in Alabama just want to marry their cousins. That's not true, for the most part. And for this next story, we have to turn our attention to Canada. Now, normally, we're very positive about Canada on So This Happened, but today, they have let us down. This story involves two police officers in Toronto, and the names of these fellas are Matthew Saris and Sasa Slivjivo. And I think these two are going to be this week's Twats of the Week. They were caught on a dash cam mocking a beautiful girl with Down syndrome. And the girl in question is 29-year-old Francie Munoz, who was actually the first girl with Down syndrome to attend a Minnesota beauty pageant. Now, she was riding with the police as an escort, and these two arseholes are heard on the dash cam saying that there are only 2.5 people in the car because the young girl in the back is, and I quote, a little disfigured. And the mother of Francie got a hold of these tapes, heard them, and she said, quote, I was livid, I was angry, Mama Tiger came right out. I was extremely upset for Francie and everyone who is like her. The officers today apologised and said that their comments were a lapse in judgment. The Toronto Police Chief, Mark Saunders, personally apologised to the family, but I have to be honest, this is more than a lapse in judgment. You are just two twats, and have now been officially dubbed the Twats of the Week. So, officers, congratulations. And oh, Canada, you have let us down so badly today, and I can't even bear to talk about it anymore. So, we're going to move straight on to the less smart Trump boy. Which one is that? I know it's a difficult one, but it's Eric, isn't it? It's Eric. Eric Trump is the less smart of them. He looks less smart, he sounds less smart, and, well, he just is, okay? That's it. I've said it, he is. He's less smart. Well, today, Eric decided that he desperately needed to defend his dad, because we know that Donald doesn't like Eric as much. Ivanka's number one, right? She is always going to be number one. Then you've got Junior, right? He's there too. He's like, yeah, he's okay. Then you've got Eric, and then you've got the other one, and then you've got Barron, right? That's sort of the pecking order it goes in. So Eric decided that, you know what? I'm going to score some points in Daddy's Bucks today by tweeting out my response to him mentioning Pocahontas yesterday when he absolutely should not have. Eric Trump took to Twitter, and he wrote this: "The irony of an ABC reporter whose parent company Disney has profited nearly $500 million on the movie Pocahontas, inferring that the name is offensive, is truly staggering to me." And that tweet is truly staggering to me. He doesn't get it, does he? He does not get it. I love it. I think of him. He's sitting there in his little apartment. Well, it's probably a huge apartment in Manhattan. And he's going, okay, I've got to be clever about this, right? Because they've always said I'm an idiot. So I've got to be really clever about this. I know. Disney, they made a film called Pocahontas about Pocahontas. But they're saying my dad was offensive because he said Elizabeth Warren was Pocahontas. And he said it to Native Americans. Well, he probably said Indians, didn't he? He said it to Indians. How's that offensive? That's what I'm going to tweet. Disney made millions on a movie called Pocahontas, so why is it offensive when my dad says Pocahontas? It doesn't make any sense. What is wrong with you people? And he hit tweet, and he was so proud of himself. And he's probably still sitting there in his Manhattan apartment, just proud of himself, going, oh, I showed them. I bloody well showed them. I sent a tweet out, and it was fantastic. I've got them. The liberal media won't know what to do with it. They didn't think about Pocahontas the film, did they? No. So, okay, Eric Trump, if you're listening, which you're not, but let's just pretend for now that you are listening, let me explain to you the difference. The Disney film Pocahontas, which was full of historical inaccuracies and was pretty shit all round, to be honest, is not offensive in the same way that your father was because of the context in which it was used. Yesterday, your dad was supposed to be paying tribute to some very brave men who just happened to be Native American who fought in World War II. For him then to attack a fellow politician, and it pains me to say a fellow politician when I'm talking to Donald Trump, inferring that he is also a politician, but he attacked a fellow politician by using a racial slur and calling her Pocahontas. So Eric, if that doesn't make sense, you are a bigger idiot than we have been led to believe. I suspect he has no idea. He has no idea. He's probably reading all the tweets that have come back at him saying, you're an idiot, you're an idiot. And he's just gone, yeah, that's what you think. It was bloody brilliant. Pocahontas. Ha! I showed them. It boggles the mind. And now on to something else which completely and utterly boggles the mind. Roy Moore and Alabama. Today, the man accused of significant sexual misconduct held his first rally in over 11 days, where he was adamant to the fact that he was completely innocent and had no wrongdoing in his past whatsoever. Here is a little bit of what the shithead said. I'm sorry, that's not right. No, it is right. Here's what the shithead said.
Now, just 2 weeks remaining, pictures of young children whose names are not mentioned, and that I do not know, appear conveniently on the opposition's ads. These allegations are completely false. They're malicious. Specifically, I do not know any of these women, nor have I ever engaged in sexual misconduct with any woman. This is simply dirty politics, and it's a sign of the immorality. It's a sign of the immorality of our time. The people of this country want movement. They don't want false attacks like this. That's exactly what's happening in this case. I want to join with Donald Trump. Make America great again.
So there's Roy Moore, and I apologise for the audio quality. That was pretty rough, but there it is. Absolutely denying any wrongdoing whatsoever. Now, it seems that the people of Alabama, and if you are in Alabama listening to my voice right now, please get out there, vote on December 12th, and grab as many people as you possibly can and take them to the polling stations as well. You cannot let a man who is accused of fucking around with little girls become a senator. You just can't. Okay? It's just absolutely not. Now, in Alabama, people are split on whether or not they think Roy Moore is a good chap or not. This woman we're going to play next loves Roy Moore. Well, she loves the fact that he is against abortion, and that really seems to be the only thing. He's pro-life. Well, of course he's pro-life, because he wants them to be born, then he can wait 14 years and molest them. Anyway, here's what one of his fans had to say.
I just still think he's innocent until proven guilty, and I know that I am not for abortion, and I know he is pro-life, and I'm a huge pro-life supporter.
So it seems that even with allegations of sexual misconduct, people are willing to overlook that if they believe that Roy Moore holds the same morals that they do. Well, not everybody in Alabama is in the Moore camp, as this next fella demonstrates in a bizarre way.
I would rather be mauled by badgers than vote for Roy Moore.
Wow, that's a strong sentiment. What brings you to that conclusion?
Because he doesn't understand the Constitution of the United States, and he is a demagogue.
Lying.
I would rather be mauled by badgers.
By what?
Than be mauled by badgers.
What?
Be mauled by badgers.
Badgers?
Be mauled by badgers.
You'd be mauled?
Be mauled by badgers.
Mauled by badgers?
Be mauled by badgers.
Wow.
Be mauled by badgers.
Oh, we get it,
be
mate.
mauled by badgers.
We still... Okay, then enough of the mauled by badgers thing. That is great, though, isn't it? I would prefer to be mauled by badgers than vote for Roy Moore. I suppose the real question is, would you really be mauled by badgers than vote for Roy Moore? I don't know. I think it'd be pretty awful being mauled by badgers, I imagine. They have very sharp feet. Well, nails. Their feet are just normal, but they have big nails. It's a toss-up. But mauling by badgers aside, this is a really important election that's coming up. And not just because you want to get a Democrat in the Senate, which of course, okay, I do. I'm not going to hide that fact. But the message that it would send if a man who is accused of messing around with little girls became a senator is staggering. Now, I realise that we have a man in the Oval Office who has also been accused of similar things, but it has to stop somewhere. And Alabama, perhaps you can be the state to say, you know what? No more kiddie fuckers in Washington. So come on, folks. All eyes are on you on December 12th. Anyway, we are out of time for the day. It's been a good conversation as always. We will continue it. I won't be here tomorrow. Unfortunately, I have something I need to take care of all day long, and it has absolutely nothing to do with badgers or mauling, I promise you. But I will be here on Thursday with bells on. Anyway, until then, have a great day tomorrow, and we will do this all again on Thursday. Take care. Good night.
I would rather be mauled by badgers than vote for Roy Moore.